Do you want to learn another language, but maybe you don't know where to start? Maybe you don't know what words or phrases to learn first. Maybe the thought of memorizing a whole bunch of grammar rules and word lists and verb charts turns you off completely and you never get started. Maybe you just don't have a lot of time, energy, or money to spend right now. Or maybe you have tried to learn another language but found the whole process became too complicated and much more of a hassle than it was worth. For myself, all of these things have been true at some point in my life. But does language learning have to be so complicated? I don't think that it does. Welcome to Language from Nothing. My name is Justin Ryan, and this is an experiment of mine to simplify the language learning process in order to help you get started today with the least amount of hassle. I want to do this in two ways. First, by taking some of the mystery out of language learning, and second, by using strategies designed to reinforce your brain's natural ability to become familiar with a language. For me, there's always been a bit of a mystery as to what magic happens behind the curtains of language learning. How do people get started? What does their day-to-day study look like? What words are they learning first? Where are they spending their time, their energy, their money? How is this language learning actually taking place? So if you're like me, you want to actually see that language learning in action and what goes behind it. And that's what I want to provide for you. How? Simple. I will learn another language myself and show you exactly how I do it. I will take the seat of a beginner and start learning a language I don't know, or at least know very little of, from the very beginning, documenting everything that I do. Starting from nothing, I will share with you how I approach, study, and start speaking the language, taking you step by step right along with me. So taking the mystery out of it for you is the first thing to help you get started. The second thing is to use strategies designed to help your brain's natural ability to acquire language. Now, I've tried to learn several languages in the past before, but have always failed. So for the past several years, I've been doing a lot of research on how to best go about learning another language. I not only have my own experience both learning and teaching, but I also have learned great deal from language rock stars, brilliant linguists such as Dr. Paul Pimsleur, Lom Katok, Stephen Krashen, and many others have offered wonderful insights in the way we acquire language. And through all my research, what I found is this: the actual concept of language learning is much more simple than you might think. According to Stephen Krashen, we all acquire language in one way, and that is when we understand messages. That's it. It really is that simple. But here's what happens. We tend to overcomplicate the process by spending time, energy, and money doing things that are unnecessary or completely backwards from the way our brain works. And we add tasks to our learning, tasks we didn't perform when we learned our first native language. Things like memorizing word lists and verb charts and using vocabulary that we didn't use on a regular basis. And that's why language learning can be so burdensome and frustrating. So I want to help you to simplify your language learning with more efficient techniques so that you don't overcomplicate the process for your brain, but instead help feed its natural ability. I completely agree with Krashen, although I would take it one step further and say we acquire language not only when we understand messages, but when we become familiar with them. And that's what I want to help you to do. I want you to know how simple it can be to understand messages in a new language today. And all of this without spending a lot of time, energy, or money. It is an experiment, and I will be changing and learning as I grow, but I would love for you to grow with me. So if you want to learn another language and you want to see how I myself will get started from nothing, head on over to languagefromnothing.com. On the main blog, I will post my strategies and techniques. And if you want to actually see those strategies and techniques in action, go to the Spanish from Nothing by clicking the link in the menu. And you can watch my Spanish sessions where I document it from the very beginning. And even if you aren't learning Spanish, you can still use the same strategies to any language you choose. So come on in and experience the craft with me at languagefromnothing.com. Do you want to learn another language, but maybe you don't know where to start? Maybe you don't know what words or phrases? Words or phrases. Maybe just Do you want to learn another language, but maybe you don't know where to start? Maybe you don't know which words or phrases. You don't know which phrases. Welcome to languagefromnothing.com. My name is Justin Ryan. I think this needs to go a little bit faster, actually. That better be it. Better be it, yo.